We got some demonic spells. We got Bigfoot. What do you got?
So
bro?
I went really, really spooky this year, guys.
That means rape. That's code for rape. Because that's what it was last
Here
year.
it comes.
No, it's spooky.
Here comes the most depressing story.
Last year, he talked about a child rapist for like a half hour.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't cut
He's
that.
going to do this again, isn't he?
No, this is about the Brooklyn vampire.
Wait, what?
Eddie Murphy?
Is it the making of the movie?
Blackula. This is my stomach.
This is my stomach. This is my heart. Everyone hates that movie.
I like it.
I've never seen it.
It's okay.
I remember it used to come on like Comedy Central and I would change the channel.
Really?
Yeah. That was like that run of horrendous movies Eddie Murphy did in the 90s.
Yeah.
Well, that's like as his star is starting to wane.
Well,
you know?
that's the David Spade line.
What is it?
Look a Falling Star, remember?
Oh, yes.
That's what blacklisted Eddie Murphy from SNL. He refused to go back until the 40th anniversary.
That's right. Yeah, he didn't like that David Spade took a shot.
David Spade took a shot at him.
Yeah.
It's a good joke.
It's a good joke.
It is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, a falling
All right.
star. What do you
So
got? So
this is about the Brooklyn vampire.
now, any other person would be like, "Oh, look, here comes a spooky vampire story." I'm assuming this is going to be a cannibal of some sort,
This is a child rapist.
or
This
child
is what he
rapist. Who's the Brooklyn vampire?
Have you guys heard of Albert Fish?
Son of a bitch.
I don't know Albert Fish. Who's Albert Fish?
Albert Fish is one of the most notorious serial killers in America.
Okay.
Quite brutal. He has a bunch of names. I like Brooklyn Vampire the best, but there's also the Werewolf of Wisteria, the Gray Man, and some people call him the Boogeyman. What? Why are you laughing?
Continue.
You know, right?
Yes.
So this is the 1920s. Well, let's back up to his youth.
Let's.
Yeah. Obviously, like a lot of these stories, you know, his mother is poor and she can't afford him for a while, and he has to go spend some time living in an orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
While there, he is subjected to sexual abuse. It's spooky. What is more terrifying than this?
Let's see. How long did it take?
Was
Was it under a minute? Was it under a minute of this
so? I think so.
before a child was molested? Holy fuck.
I find that spooky. So I'll tell you guys this. I watched a bit of the Cropsey documentary today. I actually watched it again. I've seen it like 3 times. But there was the part which it never like made me emotional before, but I guess this is being a dad now. There's a part where a woman is talking about like how her daughter was taken and like killed and stuff.
We just want to bring Holly back.
Yeah, I got like choked up. Like I was ready to like cry.
Yeah. Holly Ann Hughes.
Yeah. Well, we can't talk about that right now. So.
Well, no, I know.
not?
I'm just.
Well, it's
I just happened to watch a
Talk
documentary.
about Andre
guys.
Rand.
later on. No, we can't.
All right.
It's later on.
So, you know, while there, he's molested and stuff. Eventually, he.
Please tell me again that he was molested. How many times exactly?
The
was he molested?
nonchalantness of it all.
Was it for 2
And
years?
stuff.
Was it for 7?
Eventually,
What
this-
is the end stuff in molested and stuff?
14?
Well, he also gets into a homosexual relationship with another young
This is
boy,
another one. Another one.
and
He found another one.
while there, this is a little different, guys. It's a little different. He really gets into drinking urine and eating feces. That's like what the guy like shows him to do, like his like new gay boyfriend.
This is not spooky.
I find this terrifying.
You need to understand the definition of spooky. I don't think Brian knows what spooky means.
He's a serial killer. What is spookier? If I go and I watch a Jason Voorhees movie, he's a serial killer. Albert Fish, man, he's a guy with a lot of issues.
Yeah, he could have been helped.
I think he struggled with his mental health. What do you think?
Seems that way. He's got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Do you know what I bet would have helped him?
Uh,
If he could talk to an online therapist about his issues.
Did they?
Are you really concerned with helping? And wouldn't you rather help
Yeah.
the victims?
Yeah, they need help.
Well, there wouldn't
They
be
were tortured.
victims
Right.
if he had been getting help from the beginning.
I suppose.
He
yeah.
could have resolved his
That makes
issues.
sense.
There would be
Yeah,
no
yeah,
victims to help.
Right. Well, who has the time to go to a therapist?
Well, that's the beauty about Rivers. Well, that's the beauty about BetterHelp. You see, BetterHelp works on your schedule. You can book a time that's convenient for you with an online therapist. And you can get the help you need from the comfort of your own house. You don't even got to wear a pair of pants.
I assume
That's
it's cheaper
true.
too, because you're doing
And you
it
could spend-
online.
That time that you would have, well, no, that wouldn't work, would it? I was going to say, you could do other things with the time you would have
time
spent
that
going
you
to therapist.
saved, yeah.
But he used his time poorly.
Yes, but maybe he would have built like a great work of art or something.
Sure.
Yeah, he could have took it out.
He would be a healthy, mentally stable individual. We wouldn't even know who he is.
Or maybe we
Right.
could. Maybe do something profound.
Maybe he becomes president.
Yeah.
Like LBJ. Look, what I'm saying is go to betterhelp.com, click our link in the down there below, whatever you want
It's
to call
called
it.
the description.
The description, yeah.
Just
Click our
click it
link
there. Click it
right there.
Sign
Start talking to an online therapist today. Get all the help you need. BetterHelp.com.
Yeah. You don't want to be like this guy. You know what I mean? Look at him. Look at him. He's get the help you need.
Just get it, man. Get what you want.
Get what you want. Just get it.
Just get it, man.
Get it, man.
So, he starts to dabble in some crime. He's like 20 years old. He does a bit of like prostitution and, a little molestation of boys. But,
On the side.
On the
usual,
side.
The usual.
Of,
The cliche, really.
yeah, he had standards, though. He liked them to be younger than 6. He's a real jerk, to quote Norm Macdonald when he would talk about him. Apparently, I found this out today. Norm Macdonald would have a bit where he would read facts about this guy and then go, that guy's a real jerk, huh?
Yeah, I actually think I've heard that.
That's funny.
I found this out today.
Continue.
So anyway, at one point, he's forced to get married to a woman.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean he's forced?
It's kind of like an arranged thing. They have a couple of kids. Eventually, she leaves him, and
Can't imagine why.
I find it disgusting that the sanctity of marriage was not respected,
Yeah.
and she left her husband. That's scary.
It's definitely spooky.
Could lead to some things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, while this time is going on, he's committing brutal acts against people. He would find like mentally challenged people and like take trains with them to Wilmington, Delaware. And what?
Why Wilmington?
That's where it is. I'm not making that up. And there's one story where
He could have just said Delaware.
that's where it was. So he went with this guy and
Hey, dummy, you want to go to Wilmington?
he got basically what happened. And he wanted to experiment with like sadomasochism and like genital mutilation. So they go and eventually he cuts the man's penis in half. And he leaves him a $10 bill.
Genital bisection.
Yes. He gives him a Jenny buy. Well, he leaves him $10, because he's not
Least you could
bad.
do, yeah.
Holy, yeah, he's not a bad guy.
And he goes back home to New York. It was around this time that, he was left. He starts to have hallucinations. He rolls himself in a carpet and starts saying that he's following the instructions of John the Baptist, which I think that's a bit out of character for John the Baptist.
To roll himself in a carpet?
Yeah, but that's just
to
having
roll
a fun
himself
time.
in a carpet and ask to cut cocks off mentally challenged people. I don't know much about the Bible.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it jives.
Yeah.
Yeah, but rolling out yourself up in a carpet sounds fun. That could be fun.
Worked for Cleopatra. She
Yeah.
did it.
You're just kind of spinning around, having a good time.
So he liked hurting himself and like he would put needles into himself. And now we're in 1919. And he decides
Did
to...
he ever meet Mr. Panzram? They seem to be contemporaries.
They might have met on
They
a
may
train.
have crossed paths,
Yeah.
you know. So eventually...
That's the team up of a lifetime.
Two buddies. I think Panzram had a more interesting life overall. Like he's like robbing Taft and shit. You know,
Right,
there's a bit of whimsy with him.
Yeah.
This is really just constant horrible shit.
A bit of whimsy.
The robbing Taft story is fun. If he wasn't a serial rapist and child murderer with Panzram, I think we would all be like, what a fun little story. The guy who stole a gun from Taft, right?
Continue.
He's not wrong.
So now he's like insatiable. Like he's escalated completely.
He lost control.
Yeah. So he starts going to black neighborhoods and like grabbing young black children.
Wait. His losing control is just going to the black neighborhood. He really went crazy.
Well, he hadn't.
It's unthinkable.
He
Who would want that?
He hadn't killed anybody yet. This is when he started to kill. He had only done a Jenny by.
You should have left it at that. He lost control. He went to the black neighborhood, but then he went back and killed.
So this is when he starts killing, and he's like torturing people and doing all this shit. He comes to Staten Island, and he.
Oh, everyone comes here.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
he does. And he tried to take this girl from her farm, but the parents saw and chased him away. Like he was like luring her away with like a cake.
Cake.
Yeah.
I got some cake, kid.
I find that like
Surprised he didn't get shot doing that.
cake doesn't hold up well. It doesn't travel well.
Yeah.
Well, he
Right,
might have
Is he
purchased
wandering
it.
through the woods?
Just like a,
He might have purchased it at like
Maybe it's
a
an
local
Entenmann's. Maybe it's in
Yeah.
a box.
because there was
is that
there
an
was
intimate-
bakeries there. It's possible he just picked it up nearby.
I suppose.
Yeah, like here's a new cake. Come on,
Slice of cake.
Yeah.
It's a piece of cake to
you
bake
would
a
have fell
pretty
for
cake.
that.
I'm not a big cake guy.
Yeah, what a nice guy. Look at this nice little cake. Come in the car. You
Maybe a
probably-
chick plum sandwich, I get it. I go savory over sweet.
If you ever want to kidnap Matt, just gotta pull up. Look at this chick paw. Be like, ooh. Well, I guess I can
can't
stop it for a little while.
Ooh, marron.
What's that melted mutz? Come on.
So Fish is really into like torture and murder. Like he really wants to like see what he could do. Like as far as brutal shit. He does something called the Implements of Hell on a 10-year-old.
I don't want to know what that is.
Yeah, it's just brutal,
I think you could
bad
piece it
shit.
together.
Eventually, this is what got him caught. There was a young girl that the parents, when you read this, you're going to say these are the dumbest parents ever. He shows up at like this house and he's introduced to the family and he's like, they have like a 10-year-old girl. And he's like, I want to take her to like this place with me to look at like something, right? Whatever. And the parents are like, go off with this man.
It's a simpler time. It's a more innocent time.
Yeah, but, like I hear that with my current brain. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Go with the stranger. What the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with you? And I imagine her being like, I
I-
don't want to. And they're like, go,
I also
go.
imagine he was like propping it up to be like something nice and something, or who knows what it was.
It was
There's a cool waterfall back
Right.
there.
yeah, it was to
Yeah.
attend his niece's birthday party. His niece that didn't exist.
Yeah, he probably snuck in, charmed the pants off them, and was like, "Oh, my niece has a birthday party. Why don't she come? I'll have her back by the night." And then they
So,
think he's nice. Yeah.
Days later, the mother gets a letter, and it tells the story about how he met a sea captain in the 1890s.
Another fucking sea captain.
Yeah. And the sea captain told him
was
that
a good
in
means of
China,
travel,
where he was in China and they had trouble getting meat. And it made the guy, like this sea captain, have to try human flesh when he was in China. And he
Became a
told
cannibal.
and he told Albert Fish, this is what the sea captain told Albert Fish. And this is Albert Fish writing a letter to Grace Budd's mother.
On Staten Island.
Not Staten Island. This is a different chick. The Staten Islander made it. Staten Island strong, baby.
Yep.
Stronger than the storm.
That's
Yep.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So he writes this letter talking about how this sea captain told him how great human flesh is. And he's like, I needed to try it.
So
So
I kidnap your daughter.
I kidnapped your daughter, and I spent the past 9 days eating everything but her head.
Oh, it's nice of him.
And I ate your daughter. I did not rape her. I want you to know that. She died a virgin. And that's it. Based on that letter, they were able to catch him. They were able to link him to several murders, including a 9-year-old from Staten Island named Francis McDonald. So another Staten Island connection. He was linked to a bunch of child murders, and he was eventually hung and killed.
Great.
And he's
Great.
one of the most notorious serial killers in American history.
Fantastic.
He
That's
finished.
spooky.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was very good.
I think that's spooky.
I think you derailed this, so I want to do our picks.
I derailed it.
Yeah, you derailed it pretty bad.
We're not having fun anymore.
No,
It's over.
it's over.
And
We're done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
I also read a book about H.H. Holmes.
I
Would
don't
you like
care.
me to
No,
talk about him?
No,
that's
no.
okay.
You know what? I'm gonna pick Shadow of the Vampire.
Okay.
That's my spooky pick, and I'll talk to you guys later.
I don't know, whatever you say, it's fine.
And you don't know what you're picking? And guys, all right, so let me tell you guys about H.H. Holmes for 30 minutes. Now that we're alone, now that it's just the cool kids. All right, so the picks. Ant is going to pick. Steve did Shadow of the Vampire. So Ant is going to pick fucking wow, I can't remember the movies. Oh, Ant is going to pick Pope's Exorcist. He's going to pick the Pope's Exorcist. We have a guest coming in for that one. We got Father Lance coming in. I'm going to pick The Burning. And we have a guest coming in for that one as well, Brian Johnson. And our extra bonus episode of this month, we're doing one extra movie this month.
Still going.
We're doing Conjuring 2. So those are your 4 movies. You got The Burning next week, Pope's Exorcist, Shadow of the Vampire, and then Conjuring 2. It's time to wrap up. I'd like to thank you all for joining us for this most spooky episode of the Reviewing History podcast. Thank you guys so much. I want to give a big thank you to Tell 'em Steve Dave, Bry, Walt, Q, Get 'em, Lannis Record down in the studio. Thank you guys so much. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Please buy some merch. It helps us out. It helps support the show. Please look at our sponsors, Riverside and BetterHelp. Also, the other thing you guys could do to help us, go on Apple iTunes or Apple Podcast. Please like and subscribe to the show. It helps us. Like and subscribe to the channel as well. Ring that bell, just ring-a-ding-ding, to get notifications on all our shenanigans and everything we're up to. Thank you guys so much. Oh, follow me personally, and also I'm such a silly goose. I'm such a silly goose, guys. I forgot. Follow me personally on all social media at Brian Rupert. That's with 2 P's. Follow me on Letterboxd. I rank and review every single movie I watch, even the ones in my personal life. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.
female.